What's up, you guys? So, today I wanted to hopefully teach you guys something. Whoops. There's a difference between fighting people and fighting the system. Now, I know I've made a video before about the whole ableds are weird hashtag that was going around. But for those of you who are new to me, I'm completely against alienating or division between people. I don't like us versus them and the whole able-bodied versus disabled. I'm all for fighting the system, but in a way that promotes a solution. I've been disabled for 33 years. I'm 33 years old. I've come to find that it's much more likely that you're going to reach a solution if you approach people with, okay, I realize that you might not understand this. How can I help you understand? What can I do? Here's information you might not have, to make the changes that need to be made, or, expand your knowledge in some way about people living with disabilities, because we can't expect people who are not disabled to understand. We also can't shy away from them asking us questions. Can it get repetitive? Yeah. But I would rather be asked and set my own boundaries over what I'm going to answer and what I'm not going to answer and how I'm going to answer it. As opposed to you just not asking me and being ignorant and just assuming. And that even goes for people helping me too much. Because sometimes I would rather do things myself. Sometimes it physically hinders me if you try to help me too much doing something that I'm physically able to do. Like, it makes me lock up in certain ways. Like, I can't really explain it. If you're disabled, you might know what I'm trying to get at, but like, it physically just stops the body in certain ways. So I would rather be asked. But I also know that there's a fight to be had with the system. I've read these statistics. There's 54 to 56 million Americans living with disabilities. $200 billion is supposed to be allocated to people living with disabilities every single year, which includes, I believe, the like healthcare and different things like bus systems for people living with disabilities. We all know how that goes. No matter who's in office, we're never the priority. So I'm all for self-advocacy, which, I'm sorry, means you're going to be asked more questions. And you can't always assume that people who are not disabled, the ables, are against you. You are alienating so many allies by putting them into a box, brushing with a broad brush, with broad strokes, these people who just want to understand and just want to help. Are there bad apples? Yes, but they are in the minority. And yeah, it is all about perspective. If you believe that everybody's against you, everybody's going to be against you. It's a law of attraction. It's perspective. If you come at life where, okay, how can I help this person understand and become my ally? How can I help this person better help me? You'll get better help. And sometimes self-advocacy involves, depending on where you are, because I know a lot of people, I have a lot of UK followers on my social media, and they're complaining a lot about their government all the time. I don't know a lot of foreign governments beyond my own in the United States, and how citizens here can, it's of, by, and for the people. We can advocate for what we need and, get things passed if we have to. But a lot of governments, unfortunately, are not like that. But even inventions, anybody can invent something. Like, for instance, the last video I did about the hotel that wasn't accessible, the comedy club, I have in my head an idea of what this place will need. And they're thankfully hearing me out. They're working with me. They want my ideas. And that just goes to show you that it's all about how you approach people. And I'm not saying that you have to, be in denial about your disability, but sometimes you also have to not let your disability rule you. I will go somewhere, I've said this in videos too, I will go somewhere that is not wheelchair accessible, either because I didn't research first and don't care because I want to go anyway, or I know ahead of time and I just don't care because I want to go anyway. I find ways around everything. Should I have to? No. Should every place be accessible? Yes. Am I working towards that? Yes. Am I also not letting the fact that not every place is going to be accessible stop me? No. Different things can be true at the same time. And I know it's frustrating. I know having to explain things can be frustrating. I know not having the world be accessible can be frustrating. I know in healthcare, not getting what you need can be frustrating. But you have the control over what you do. You have the control over how you handle the situation. And it really does determine most times how the situation will pan out. If you go at people like they're against you and you're talking at them and, it's putting up a wall in between you and another person. And you're not going to find the solution that you want. There's going to be a solution. Both of you are going to be pissed off. And one of you, chances are the other person, is going to be insulted because of how you reacted to somebody who could have genuinely ended up helping you. So, I really want people to think about that. It just really, really upsets me when I see this division between, Ables are idiots, Ables are weird, I wish Ables understood this. You know how many able-bodied people probably do, and you're just insulting all of them by saying that because they're able-bodied, they don't understand? Nobody's walking or wheeling or whatevering in anybody else's shoes. So nobody is ever going to 1,000% understand, or even 100%, or even 99% understand what somebody else has to go through. That's why it's important to speak up with what you need, no matter how repetitive it is. No matter how many times. If you have to write it out because you don't want to repeat yourself a million times, write it out. I don't care. But you cannot get mad at somebody for not understanding your life. Or expecting, it's 2020. Should we have things that go without saying? Should things be common sense? Yes. But it's our common sense. It's our journey. It's not everybody else's common sense. And they won't know if you don't tell them. And if you don't tell them in a way that they're going to hear you. Instead, you bitch at them and you alienate them to the point where they don't want to be around you, let alone help you. And if these people are your friends and it's not the system, get better friends. Don't surround yourself with somebody who you're constantly having to make them understand, or you're making your disability an issue, because that's another thing. You are a human being beyond any disability. And I know people like to define themselves with their disability for the advocacy part, which is fine. You have to. But you are a human being and deserve to be seen as a human being with the people that love you, the people that you choose to surround yourself with, family, friends. And if people, I don't care who they are, don't see that, don't understand it, limit your time with them as much as you can. If it's coworkers, do your job. If you hate your job, quit it. If what they're doing is making your job miserable, quit it. But if you love your job and it's this idiot that just doesn't get it, consider the source. The source is an able-bodied person who doesn't get it. If you can't explain it in a way that they get it, just limit your interactions with them. If you are choosing, it's your choice. If you want to explain it, explain it. If not, then, be prepared for them never to get it, and you're going to have to tweak your interactions with them then. But it is up to you, and you cannot lump the system in with people. That is my main message for this video, is you cannot deal with people and the system in the same way. Your personal and professional relationships, you can't fight them without being miserable. Like, you can fight them, but you're going to be a miserable person. And they're never going to understand. And even with the system, fighting it can be done in a way that is calm, professional, understanding. Because if you're going to go riot and protest and, bitch at somebody, they're not going to hear you. If you explain to them what they may not know, they will more than likely be extremely willing to accommodate and help you. So that is my biggest advice in life, let alone this video. And I really hope that this helps somebody. Please share this with anybody that you think could benefit. Please like and comment. If you have any comments, concerns, experiences, questions, please leave them in the comments section. And I will talk to you guys in the next video.